Hi, I'm Brandy. This is Hound Dog Hollow, and today for the October YouTube vlog or YouTube pig vlog challenge, day 24. The prompt is I have a hard time. ... It's a VR to Amethyst Ascension. Challenge is by Palm Tree Bewitchery. This prompt has a lot of potential for negativity in my person, and I try very, very hard to be optimistic because I can be a negative Nancy. Part of the reason is that I'm an empath and I deal with a lot of heavy situations in my line of work, and I really absorb negative or powerful emotions. So this is a conscious effort on my part to not go down that road, because let's be real, I have a hard time changing course. Once I get into a sneaky hate spiral or into a despair spiral, I have a hard time correcting myself. If I go low, I go low and I stay there. I have not done it in a long time. I was particularly vulnerable when I was pregnant and when I was still nursing my son. Just like news stories would devastate me, and I would literally grieve and mourn for weeks about these people that I could not help in any way. So I have a lot of passion. I have a lot of empathy. It's one of the reasons why I am the way that I am, why I'm a healer, and why I chose this spiritual path. Because I know that I have a lot to give to humanity. It's my destiny. It's my purpose. But I cannot do those things if I am in despair, if I am consumed with rage, if I am just not in a good space. So, I mean, I'm a Leo, and a lot of things I tend to go big or go home. And that's everything from like loving you dearly, being loyal to a fault, or hating your effing guts. So I try not to do that. I really have to try very hard. So when things are starting to get like negative, when things are starting to get not okay, I have to really consciously be like, but these are good things. So there's bad things all over the world, but there's good things all over the world. And not just that, I try to have some efficacy about it. Yes, X, Y, and Z is happening, and that is not okay, and it is not cool. And what it is done, for the most part, usually the really bad things are done. There's no taking it back for that specific person or family or situation. It is a tragedy. But I can do things differently. I can do things better. I can educate other people. I can vote. I can raise awareness. I can do any number of things to try and help. And in the end, if you're not careful, you will let the despair of the world drown you. And then you will be no useful to the ones who need. You will not be useful to the ones who need you. So you have to not do that. And so if I think about every time that my patient dies because they can't afford their medicine, or if I think of every time that an innocent person is killed, or a child, if I think about animals being abused, if I start going down that path, I get so pulled down into a deep well of despair that I'm no use to anybody. And I've got a kid, and I've got a job, and I've got a husband, and I've got people who need me. And I can't do that. I cannot do that. I can't be out of commission. And so while it pains me dearly to say, like, I can't hold your suffering in my heart. I can't do that. I cannot always hold that space with you. And I pray to God, Goddess, universe, deity, whatever, that somebody does, that somebody bears witness to your pain. But it can't always be me. And it's not always my job. As much as I want to give out to the world, and as hard as it is, it's not always my job to fix everything. So I have a hard time not going down that sneaky hate spiral. And part of it that kind of feeds that is I have a hard time saying no. I have a hard time saying, this is not my problem. Because in my opinion, very few things are not my problem in some way. And a little bit is, I'm a metiche or a busybody. And here's why. Every time you hear of a tragedy where somebody starved their kid to death or whatever, I don't even want to get into it. Every time you hear that there's a tragedy, I have a firm 100% to the bottom of my fucking soul belief that somebody somewhere saw something and said nothing. I believe with all my heart that every bad thing that happens in the world has somebody who bore witness and did not say or do the right thing. That's a big burden. It's not how to happen to me if I can help it. So when I see something that I don't think is right in my daily life, I say something. Much to my husband's he's mostly usually with me, but it really worries him. But I'm not afraid. And it could be as easy, typically it's like, can I help you? Do you need assistance? And that's everything from a kid that I think looks like alone or in trouble, or a young person who looks alone or in trouble, or an old person who looks alone or in trouble, or somebody who looks like they're getting ready to do something they shouldn't be doing. I'm always like, hey, what's up? Because I firmly believe that in most cases, in a lot of cases of abuse, neglect, violence, a lot of these human problems, there's so many people who saw something and said, that's not my problem. Yes, it is. We're all in this together. We are all humans. And even if it's not safe for you to say something at that time, there are anonymous tip lines. There are lots of things that you could do, even if it's just saying, hey, are you okay? Do you need assistance? Is everything okay? It doesn't hurt anybody to say things like that. They might just be like, mind your fucking business. And you'll be like, okay, fair enough. That's fair. But apparently I have a hard time not wanting to insert myself in things, but also not wanting to take on more responsibility than is my fair share. And it comes from a super heightened, I was born with this sense of justice that's just like, oh my God. I think it's like my job. And morally and spiritually, I do think it's my job. I am blessed. And it is my job and my privilege to look after my brothers and sisters. And I am a witch, an eclectic witch, but I was raised with Jesus, and I took the Sermon on the Mount to heart. And every time you do something for the least of your brothers, you're doing something for your God. No matter who you are, I think that across the board, that helping your fellow human being and your fellow creatures and your fellow living beings is helping your God, and that you should do it. So I have a hard time letting bad things happen. And I hope that I will keep being blessed, and I hope that I will keep being protected and safe, and nothing bad has ever happened to me from inserting myself. And I think I've prevented a lot of bad. Some things that I'm going to work on are not taking on so much responsibility for myself. And also, of course, the constant battle with my empathy monster, which is a double-edged sword. I want to feel you. I want to be with you. I want to hold this space with you. But I don't want to drag that with me for weeks. I don't. It's not helpful for anybody. So, that's what's up. Hope you guys like this. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. This has been a really enlightening challenge. I'm not going to do it in November. But I think I might try Vlogmas. So let me know, witches, if you're going to do something on YouTube. I will totally check it out. Although Earthy Taurus, it was Earthy Taurus, has, she did her 31 days, and I really, really like it. So I might be doing that in December, if you guys like this kind of stuff. Anyways, love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.